Good evening, another Gold Diggers vlog, this time on a Tuesday evening, and we are at Downton in Wiltshire to watch them play Verwood in the Wessex League Division 1 today. One of the only few games that are on in this division tonight due to cup competition starting. So yeah, thought we'd just take in an impromptu game, and yeah, filming it off my phone tonight because someone's forgot to bring the SIM card for the camera. So yeah, we're not having much luck with the camera at the moment, but we'll do our best. So what's your views on tonight then, Matthew?
Well, as Andy Lake, the chairman, said, they brought in Richard Morse to take over the running of the team this year for Downton. They were unlucky last season. They were literally like 4 points off the playoff places. Petersfield unfortunately beat them to it, then eventually went up. They've got goals in them, definitely.
Yes.
I mean, 4 wins in 4 games so far this season. 14 goals scored, 3 against.
Yeah.
They've got some strikers, as in Ryan Ham. He's their top. He got 20 odd goals last season. He's in the team. Joe Smith signed from Bashley. He's got 4 and 4. He's doing really well. But the big thing for Downton is I do apologise about how I'm going to pronounce this.
You've been practising in the car.
I have. Krzysztof Krzyzewski has returned to the club. He's got 30 goals last season in this league, and that's a big add because obviously goals get you out of leagues, and so do good defences, and I think Downton have got that. Verwood,
Slow start by them this season.
One draw, 3 defeats. You're looking to pick a win up because you don't want to leave it too long without winning the game. They've got B. Bennett up front. He's come in, he's ex-Bashley. He scored 14 goals in 16 starts at Bash when they got promoted from the Wessex Premier League. And they're a young team. They're a young team.
Yeah.
They don't quite have the Wessex experienced players coming in to the club. That's others have signed. I think they'll be okay. They won't go down.
Still early days though, isn't it? And
but the more experienced these players get playing, the better they're going to do further seasons down the line. Really.
yeah, exactly. And with Verwood only being down the road from here, so a bit of local pride at stake as well. And also I did see Downton at Milton last Tuesday, and they look pretty decent, to be fair. Very good in attack. They eventually got over the line against Milton, so I'm expecting a few goals tonight, so watch this space.
Clubhouse at Downton, selection of beers on tap, Carlsberg sound well, there's a Thatcher's and some sort of hoity-toity IPA that everyone seems to like these days. It's a nice little place, and you know, it's a social club for the community, so it's open during the week, as most social clubs are away from football games, but obviously brings a bit of extra income into the club as well. Lovely, spacious layout. Really comfy chairs as well, actually. I must say, it's probably the most comfortable chair I've been in at a football ground clubhouse before, so I'm quite happy enough. If I take this into the stand with me, I'll be incredibly happy. So, cheers. With Andy Lake, Downton chairman, first of all, just tell us a little bit about the club.
We are a community-based club, refounded in 1985. We have 16 teams ranging from under 8s all the way up to adult. We have a refurbished social club, which we now have employed a full-time clubhouse manager, so the club's now open 7 days a week. So we've now gone from just a football club to more of a football and sports club.
So how important is that sort of thing to the local community as a whole?
Massive. We are pure and simply a community-based club. That's what our foundations are built on. We are here for the community, supporting them in everything we can, really.
And last season, just missed out on those playoff places. Aiming to go one better this year?
Absolutely. Ben, who was manager last year, has stepped down. He's now, well, he hasn't stepped down, he's stepped up. He's now become the director of football. We've got a new manager in Richard Morse. He's done very well. Great start to the season, played full, won full, so I couldn't have asked for a better start, really. Fingers crossed. That's our ambition. Our ambition is to get promoted 100%.
Wicked. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much for coming.
Well done! Well done, great run! Dave in there.
Oh, shame.
No, Jake, no, Jake. You're 4, Jake.
About midway through the first half, it's Downton 0, Verwood 0. Early chance for Joe Smith, hit the bar for Downton. Downton started off really good early on, that front three up front, really putting pressure on the Verwood back line. But to be fair, as the game's gone on, I think Verwood have grown into it. Shepherd's looked very lively up front for the visitors. And also an amazing save by Pets in goal to keep out a header from a corner. So it keeps it 0-0 at the minute. Let's see how this game goes. Start with a slow burner. Let's see how it goes on.
There you go, well done. Good lad. Forward. Stand up! Don't dive in! Don't dive in! Stand up! Hey, Steve! Well done, well done.
So half time here, and it is currently 0-0, but it's not a bad 0-0, I wouldn't say. There's been a few good chances either end. I'd probably say Verwood have grown into the game pretty well, and they've looked the better team the last 20 minutes. Had a few really good chances to take the lead, so I've been quite impressed with them so far tonight. But yeah, we'll see what the second half holds. But in terms of the first half, Matt can give us a bit more detail.
Been impressed with the front three for Downton. Mosley, Kristofsky and Joe Smith. Smith hit the bar early on. Good effort, unlucky. They look very powerful as a front three, sort of interchanging positions across the whole line. 1 minute one's at centre forward, then they're out wide, and I think that's worked quite well.
Pace, haven't they? Good bit of pace.
Yeah, very pacey, very powerful. You can see why Kristofsky got like 30 goals last season. Verwood very unlucky, a couple of attempts. I think there was a header that was well saved by Will Betts in goal, and for Downton. And then just put wide by Luke McWilliams off some good work down the wing.
Yeah,
so
it's good move, that was.
Just wide. Like you said, they've grown into it. Towards the end of the first half, hard to tell who's the team that's not won a game all season and who's the team that's won 4 games out of 4 this season. 100%. So I think that's a credit to Verwood myself.
Yeah,
but second half, I still think that front three for Downton could cause some issues.
Possibly, yeah, but hopefully we'll see a goal at some point. That's the dream anyway.
I said that. Oh. That one.
I wouldn't say he's in, but...
You're in.
Oh, he's in.
like that.
Going to sub for Downton, number 11, KK.
Huzzah! Full-time score here is Downton 2, Verwood 0. I think overall the best team won on the balance of the overall 90 minutes. Verwood better team first half, but I think Downton's better attacking options shone through the last part of the second half to nick the 2 goals. So potentially they're now top of the league after 5 games with 5 wins in 5. So what did you think of the second half and the game overall, Edward?
Edward. By the way, that's my middle name, in case you're curious. Well, no, I'm going to go by what I said at half time, and I think that front three of Kristofsky, of Mosley, and Joe Smith up front were the deciding factor. I think Verwood, huffed and puffed, they did really well first half. Few good chances. McWilliams very unlucky. Shepherd looked lively, but as the game wore on the second half, I think the attacks were becoming less and less. And
supply line was cut off a bit, wasn't it?
Yeah, Downton were putting a lot of pressure on to the, I think Kimber at the back, number 3 for Verwood, he marshalled defenders very well.
Yeah.
But it was just wave pressure after pressure after pressure, and eventually Smith scored. And when you're in that situation, it's 0-0. They've got to go for it, and then gaps appeared, and Kristofsky was getting through, and substitute Ham was getting through, and then a brilliant finish for Smith second. I
think both his goals are pretty well taken, I thought, tonight.
Yeah, no, very well taken. He's from Bashley, so he's played a bit higher up. I believe he played in this league on loan last season as well. It was a good acquisition, I think, for Downton. It's good to have that many options, I think, attacking wise.
100%. I think they've got a pretty decent team this season, so I expect to see them at least in the playoffs come the end of the season. And in terms of the actual club itself, it's a nice little ground here, nice little stand, nice little surroundings. Clubhouse is nice. Yeah, easy access to and from the car park. Considering where it is location wise, I'd say it's one of the better smaller grounds I've been to so far this season, and I think we'll definitely be back. So we're going to head back now. Got to drop Matt off back in Lymington before I head back to Highcliffe. So we will catch you Saturday, because we are going to see Blackfield and Langley versus Shaftesbury for the first time this season. So hopefully we'll get to see some Brett Pittman action.
And I'll try and remember to bring the memory card this time.
Yes, and not break the camera before Saturday. So we will see you Saturday.